Welcome. In this module, we'll talk about ISO 31000-2018 risk management process. Let's take a little bit more detail. Now, this is figure 3 from Principles, Framework, and Risk Management Process from ISO 31000. We're looking at taking a look at risk management framework. We've already talked about it in one of the previous modules. Risk management principles, we already talked about. There are 5 framework elements, 8 principles, and now we'll talk about the risk management process. So the risk management process should have a scope, context, criteria. There is a risk assessment activity consisting of risk identification, risk analysis, risk evaluation, risk treatment, and recording and reporting, monitoring and review, and communication and consultation going on the edges. Now, at the center of the risk management process are the activities of risk assessment and risk treatment. Risk assessment is described as having the 3 stages of risk identification, risk analysis, and risk evaluation. Let's take a look at each of these in more detail. Each of the 3 stages is described in detail in ISO 31000, and it provides valuable insight into how risks can be identified, how they can be analyzed in terms of likelihood and consequences, and finally, how they can be evaluated in relation to the established risk criteria, which is also called the risk appetite, to determine whether additional action is required. Risk treatment is also a vitally important part of the risk management process, and ISO 31000 provides information on the selection of risk treatment options, the preparation and implementation of risk treatment plans. So risk treatment is actually the part where you start fixing, start remediating, and taking actions to reduce the risk or to mitigate the risk. Now, ISO 31000 states that the selection of risk treatment options involves balancing the potential benefits of introducing further risk treatment controls against the associated cost, effort, or disadvantages. So you have to reach a balance between implementing the controls and the difficulty or the cost or the investment of implementing those controls. The risk treatment plan should clearly identify the timescale and responsibilities for implementing the selected risk treatments. And here I'd like to mention that we talked about risk appetite. So there's a certain level of risk which the organization will take and will accept. And beyond, if the risk is for a certain activity or a certain threat is beyond the risk appetite, then you need to take the risk treatment actions to bring the risk in line with the risk appetite or how much risk the organization is willing to take. That's all that we have for this module. Thank you.